Hey, it's Dr. Schmidt. So I want to show you what I've been experiencing with YouTube as a company. And the other day, my mom texted me and she said that she's been unsubscribed. And also, my office manager and my longest employee, who's been with me for over 12 years, both of them have said that they have been unsubscribed from YouTube. So YouTube is decreasing my outreach through this channel. And I want to show you some statistics, and I want to show you my solution. So this is my most viral video. Let me scroll this up so you can see it. And what this statistic shows is number of views per day. Now, when I first made it here, this is 2013, it had a different title. So I changed the title and it started getting traction. So here, in December of 2014, I had 534 views. And then over here on this day, I had 800 views. And it went up like this. But then it's just crashed right here. This is March of 2018. This is the first time YouTube attacked me, if you will, attack. And so I thought, like, what happened here? Well, I know exactly what happened. There was a video that was made against me, and it's a disgusting, horrible video. And after this, when you search my name on YouTube, this video would come up in the top 5. My channel link would come up in the top 5, but none of my videos would come up in the top page, in the first page or the second page. And even though I have videos with hundreds of thousands of views, YouTube deranked my videos. And that started here in March of 2018. And I contacted them, I emailed them, I live chatted with people there, and they blamed my audience. They said, that's what your audience is looking for, and that's what they're getting. And that's not true. We know that's not true now because there's other people that have been deranked, deplatformed, and what's happening is the same thing, and it's only happening in the United States. So outside of this country, other people would search my name, and every single one of my videos would be in the top of the search results. So let me show you another video that was going viral in 2019. And the thing is, this statistic you're looking at, number of views per day, has been wiped off the statistics. And instead of that, they have this. This is the views total. They didn't do it per day. They just did an accumulation of the views. And this statistic is actually worthless. But you can see, like, it went up pretty viral quickly. In the first 16 days, it had 85,000 views. And it should have kept going up and up and up, but it was turned down. It was turned off by YouTube. Now, here's a number of new subscribers. And on day 1, the first day, 3,500 new subscribers. And on this day, 15,000. Not new subscribers, but number of viewers, unique viewers. Okay. And then here we have on day 16, again, it's like only 400. And so this was basically shut off. Now, at the same time, it had another video going viral. And you can see here the number of new unique viewers on day 2 was 20,000. That would be 20,000 views. And then 17,000 here, and then basically 154. And it was shut off. Both of those should have just kept going up. So YouTube is preventing any of my videos from going viral anymore. And they're unsubscribing people from my channel. And now I want to show you this other graph. Now this here is the number of new subscribers per day. And so here we have one hump here and another hump here. Let me show you what happened. So this is when those two videos were going viral at the same time, and it ended in June of 2019. What happened there? Google and YouTube released their new algorithm that attacks people that talk about alternative healthcare, safety, finance, and politics. And they find that to be unfriendly to advertisers. And who are the biggest advertisers? Well, in healthcare, it's always the pharmaceutical companies. They have more money than any other organization. And that's been true since 1987 when the vaccine bill was passed. And so pharmaceutical companies can make vaccines without researching their safety. And if somebody dies from a vaccine, the pharmaceutical companies are immune to being sued. And that lawsuit goes to the vaccine court. And if that lawsuit is won by the parents of the dead child, you, the taxpayer, pays that. And so that's what happened here in June. Was this new algorithm was released so that big pharma can advertise on videos. Now over here we have this sudden increase, and the question is why? What happened? Well, it wasn't any great video that I put out. I did some videos here, and you can see what they are, and then over here I did two more, but it was around 100,000 subscribers that YouTube gave me a gift. I was at 95,000 subscribers. They turned my channel up, and in one day, right here, I got 1,803 new subscribers. The next day, 1,700 new subscribers, and then I got up to 105,000 total subscribers, and then they just turned it down. So thank you, YouTube, for giving me a gift. In those few short days, I got 10,000 new subscribers super fast. But this just shows you that there's somebody behind the wheel driving viewership and subscriber rates. And it's not the algorithm or artificial intelligence. It's not the audience. It's a person who's at their computer and they're typing away and they're like, oh, look, Schmidt here. Let's give him a gift because he's around 100,000 subscribers. Or, oh, wait, he's talking about things we don't want him to talk about. Let's turn his channel down. So YouTube is the problem for myself and many others. But I do have a solution, and I have a demand for alternative advertising and marketing other than YouTube. And by the way, when I post something about YouTube on Twitter, it gets shadow banned. And I can tell that because it doesn't show up on my homepage of Twitter, but it goes under tweets and replies instead of the tweets. And it doesn't get very much attention. I could put out a tweet, maybe get 10, 20, 30, or even like 300 likes on that one tweet. But when I talk about YouTube, nobody sees it. I might get one like, but it's definitely shadow banned because I can see it with the statistics. But my solution is to enhance my blog on my website. And this is what a lot of people do. They've been doing it for years already. And some of the top keto researchers and some of the top alternative healthcare people, they have their blog. They enhance that blog that's very educational. They put links to the research and they have maybe some videos in there. So I've been working now for like 2 months with a guy that we're creating a document that will turn into about 20 blogs. And then we'll post social media links to get people to read the blogs. And then from there, we'll have online courses and we'll have ebooks and stuff like that. So that's been forced upon me, if you will, because the YouTube channel has been running flat. And it seems like every time I put out a new video, I get minus 10 subscribers for the day. Or I did one on Saturday. I got minus 26 subscribers in that one day. Here's 21. Minus 21 on that one day. So the more videos I put out now, the less subscribers I get. I get punished for putting out videos. So YouTube is trying to get me off their platform. And it's pretty obvious. And it's actually, what they're trying to do really is to cater to the Chinese government because they sort of maxed out their advertising dollars that they can get from the United States. So, and the United States has 310 or 320 million people, and China has over 1 billion people. So any company that gets involved with the Chinese economy has to go through the government first. And the government takes everything. They take all the intellectual property. They take all the dimensions of a product that will be made. They control everything. That's communism, by the way. And, it wasn't too many decades ago when the communist government in China killed 60 million of their own citizens. And, or should I not say that? I guess that's not advertiser friendly to those Chinese communist bad government officials. Oops, I shouldn't have said that. I'll delete that out. So for YouTube to make money in communist China, the communist Chinese government has to approve everything: the videos, the platform, the advertisers, and so that's why they're turning me down because I talk about how to get well with diet and supplements. And it's pretty crazy, really, when you think of it, the successes I have with my patients. And the need for drugs goes away. The need for surgeries goes away. It's really phenomenal when you start with the assumption that the body can heal itself and it just needs the right nutrients and it needs to be detoxed. And my patients get off drugs all the time. And the drug category could be heart, it could be diabetes, it could be psychiatric, it could be pain. They get off drugs and it saves them a lot of money. It saves the insurance companies a lot of money. But the insurance companies don't like me either because number one, I haven't used them since 2005. And number two, if you get well, the insurance company doesn't get their cut, right? You go to the doctor. Oh, speaking of going to the doctor, I cut my finger back in August. Here it is, end of October. In mid-August, I had 10 stitches, and I took one Percocet, and the emergency room visit that I paid out of pocket was $400. The bill was $2,000. Now, if I'd submitted that bill to the insurance company, their cut would have been what? $400, $600, I don't know. And then they would have paid some money to the emergency room, and then I would kick in some money for my copayment. But we skipped all that. And my price was $400 for 10 stitches. It took them about 30 minutes, and I was out in an hour. I waited a half hour to get the bandage and the Percocet. But that's the free market. The cost is so much lower because we're not kicking money over to the administrators, which is the insurance companies and Medicare, the government. So, if you get well with nutrition and supplements, you're bypassing all these people they want their power. They need their percentage. It's kind of like in the mafia, you got gangsters that rob, a store, and let's say they walk away with $10,000. They give some to the patriarch of the family. And he didn't rob the store, but he gets his cut because he's in charge, right? So there I just equated with the whole standard medical field with gangsters. How's that? All right. So anyways, but what I have in the future is actually much better and much greater. And it's more freeing for me. And it's actually going to be better for you because the way that I'm delivering the information will be in steps. It'll be organized. And then initially there will be foundational science and knowledge. And then later on, it'll be the same sort of foundational information with more and more details over time. It's just like going to school, right? You learn basic arithmetic first. Later, you get into calculus and derivatives and stuff like that. But you got to start with the basic math, plus, minus, multiply, and divide. So I can see in the future that more people will be educated. And since it'll be based on my website, I can make it go viral. I don't have to rely on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook in order for this kind of information to get out to as many people as possible. So there you go. So now you know what I've been dealing with since June, and it wasn't until recently when I really figured out what happened in March of 2018. So, but the future looks better for both of us, for the consumer, for you, and for me delivering the information, and for the rest of the country, really, to be honest. So the more people that get this information in their hands, the better off it'll be. So with this person I'm working with, the original document that's over 40 pages, I mean, it could be turned into a book, and I guarantee it would be a bestseller. I guarantee it. I've actually had somebody tell me that I gave them some material about 2 years ago for a book, and she said, okay, in my 10 years of writing books for people, this information is so good, I want to submit it to a publisher. And she said, this is the second time that I've said this. So the information in this 40-page document is good enough for a publisher. And then, but we're not going to do that. It's not going to be a paper book. It'll be electronic. It'll be in snippets. But yet, at the same time, it'll be organized so that you can read this snippet first, then this, then this, then this, and you can review what you learned before. You can kind of see where it'll go in the future. And there's a lot of material. And the way that I speak and the way that I write is very easy for you to understand. I don't use big words. I had a scientist on YouTube tell me that pyruvate is not really a sugar, it's a half sugar. And I'm like, okay, great. And then hydrogen is not really hydrogen in the cells, it's hydronium. It's like these are the kind of details that don't really matter clinically for you. But when you're in the academic world and you're a professor and you're teaching college students, yeah, like hydronium, sure. Or pyruvate is a half sugar, not a full sugar, fine. But I'm not going to speak like that. I speak straight to the point. I speak in words that um, I hope that you understand, but I try to keep it really simple. And if there's a word that you don't understand, I try to explain it right away so you don't go over your head because of a misunderstood word. So there you go. There's my experiences I've been going through, and then the future of the dissemination of this information. I'm going to be in charge. I'm not relying on these jokers at YouTube anymore. So YouTube is going to hate this video. Susan Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, she's going to hate this video, but I don't care. And the vice president of the for creators at YouTube, they have different vice presidents, but one's in charge of creators. He was born in communist Czechoslovakia and raised up in the 1990s there, and now he's in the United States, and he's doing this to us, and he's never learned liberty. He's never learned like the 10 the 10 amendments of the Constitution. He's still bringing to us communist Czechoslovakia. And it's like the United States is the last beacon of hope for all the countries around the world with the Constitution. But when you have these large companies like YouTube, Google, Facebook, they're worth $700 million per year is what they bring in. Their market capitalization is like that much, and they're socially more powerful than the federal government, that's for sure. And they don't want you to be independent and knowledgeable. But they used to be, I thought this used to be like a utopia, like, oh, we can all have our website on Facebook. We don't need a website anymore. We'll just be on Facebook all together. It'll be one big community. But that's not true anymore either. So we have to go back to the way it was before Facebook and before YouTube. Back then, before 2006, what did we do? We all got emails. We all emailed each other. And then we had websites. So that's how all these companies are going to end up going to is pre Facebook, pre YouTube, where you're opening up your inbox and you're reading the new snippet of information related to alternative healthcare, and then you get the next email the next day or in 2 days later, and you have to manage your inbox. That's where we're going to again, instead of these social media companies feeding us the information that they think that you should have. Whereas, at the beginning of the social media websites, they would feed us all the information that we wanted, and we would get rid of some and we would like read others, like a news feed. Well, they're feeding us what they want us to know, and they're controlling our thoughts. They're controlling our education. So anyways, give me a thumbs up on this, and maybe it'll go viral. Probably not, because you know how it is. All right, see you at the next video.